Good evening, health advocates. Tonight live, we're going to talk about those proton pump inhibitors again. As you know, a few months ago, I spoke about that trial that got released to the increase of heart death from taking proton pump inhibitors. And these are drugs like Nexium, Losec, Somac, because what's happened over the years, we've got a plethora of patients on them long term, which is unwarranted. I want to talk about what they do to your body and then what you do to get a clear management plan to minimise their use and reclaim your digestive health. Yes, guys, because what they do is they destroy your digestive health. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the things that the PPIs do to your body. Let's look at the management plan to do it. The first thing is they obviously increase gut infections. And the number one gut infection I see with people on long-term proton pump inhibitors is SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This is not good, guys. This is continual bloating and digestive health. So therefore, what does that mean? You then get nutrient deficiencies. Now, you know, I always love doing an oligo scan, and I'm going to talk about the two nutrients that I see very commonly which go low in people on PPIs. That's very low iodine, low iron, and low phosphorus, which means you don't rebuild bone, therefore you accelerate osteosclerosis, weakening of bones. Okay, let's focus on the iodine. And we'll talk about management plans when we get to it. What else do these PPIs do? The next thing they do is they cause liver disease, okay? You get immobilization of fats, and the wrong fats in your liver, and we call that NFLAD, or non-alcoholic fatty liver. And this is where I like to use a probiotic. Yep, the PPIs do that. Okay, the next thing it does, it sends undigested food particles to your lower colon, therefore you get poor lower colon digestive health. This is also causing a stinky, foul smelling stool, and that's not good overall. Okay, what about pregnancy and babies? We see often pregnant ladies coming in on a PPI. Well, I tell you what, and this is what led me to do today, there was an interesting study recently, the amount of kids with asthma after mums when they're pregnant went on the PPIs, and they went up for reflux when they're pregnant. Ladies, if you're pregnant, do not go there, okay? You have to look at natural options. You would hate to give your little baby with the increase of asthma. And guess what's the next step? You then get long-term food intolerances with these little babies. So how about young babies who we give Losec or omeprazole to? Have you ever thought that they can get food intolerances? Well, they can. So you need to have a real clear management plan of getting on a short period of time and then getting off them as the baby matures and their gut function sort of generates. We always use probiotics in these babies. Okay, what about this paper that recently said increased heart death and stroke with PPIs? This is alarm bells, guys, and the reason why it does it is because you reduce your blood flow. You don't get good dilation of your vessels, and it reduces nitric oxide. And I'm going to talk about what we can do to improve that. And that's what really concerns me, okay? Reducing blood flow to important parts of your body, to your brain, we get brain fog and fatigue, to your muscles, therefore you get muscle aches and pains, to your ankles, you get swelling of the ankles. These are all symptoms I commonly see in my clients that can simply be reversed by looking at what medicines you are. Yep, PPIs have medication-induced nutrient deficiencies. Okay, let's get a management plan. What's the number one thing I want you to do? Okay, the number one thing I want you to check your nutrient deficiencies, see what you're deficient in, and certainly iron and iodine are the two I'm going to go looking for, and if you are, replace them. You can look at a natural iodine, you can certainly look at great iron with vitamin C. Remember I talked about iron a little while ago? If it's a plant source, incorporate your vitamin C. They've got to be had every day, and you're going to space them apart. Okay, what's the next thing? We're going to reinstall your good gut health. We're going to use a probiotic, okay? Lactobacillus reuteri was well studied. I do like a multi-probiotic with that, but that strain in particular I would have to have in the product. I want digestive health. I want to bring back digestive enzymes. In the upper part, that's betaine hydrochloride, pepsin to break down protein, and some amylases and everything to support lower digestive health. You'd have to be on that once or twice a day. What are you going to do? You've still got reflux symptoms. You said, okay, I'm not using them as often. I'm only using when I have a flare-up. You know, I love a product called Sofacul because it's got DGL. It's a glycoside licorice and it works well. You could use Herboglast. You could use some Pepinol just to control the bloating. There's some wonderful natural products out there to try. Okay, what about treating those infections? Because that's what basically probably started you going on the PPI in the first place, or now you're on the PPI, you have some gut infections. I love a few. I love ABS capsules. They starve out those infections, or you might need some antimicrobial therapy with your doctor, and we can help you on that journey. Okay, what about that fatigue that you now got, the reduction of NOS? You know, there's a great product now out by Medlab that's in a powder that benefits people just to be on PPI by boosting their energy levels by improving nitric oxide. That's what that drug depletes you of. Let's bring it back. Okay, I think we've covered a lot of things what I want to do. We've talked about infections to treat and how to restore nutrients. The last parting words I want you to think about, ladies and gentlemen, is your diet. We all know gut infections, and when you're on the PPI, carbohydrates do not sit well with you. That's why you're getting the bloating. That's over fermentation in your microbiome. Okay, you have to reduce the carbs, guys. You need to go on a low carbohydrate diet. You know about the low FODMAP diet or the low carbohydrate diet. If you want a copy, jump on now and ask for one. We will email it to you straight away. I want you to think about it. We have come up with a very good product, which is a protein powder, which talks about giving you your daily essential amino acids or proteins that you need. And you may want to introduce that in a powder milkshake for yourself, not with milk, clearly, with a coconut water or something like that. Okay, I hope that helps. Good evening. Look at your PPIs, look about minimizing, and here's to a journey to a better digestive health. Adios, amigos.